A man tills a field as the sun is barely a sliver in the sky. This man is a farmer. He's tall, with broad shoulders from working the fields all his life. The farm has been in his family for generations. And the only times he has ever left were to go to the market in the nearby town or the beach on excursions with his family, which they almost never did anymore. He and his wife were getting old, and his children far too busy. He always wakes up early to check the crops, then the animals, then to make breakfast. Magben eggs, about as big as your fist and light blue in color, usually made up his family's breakfast. He was feeling adventurous today, so he made omelets, mixing in skendra, a thin pink vegetable that always made his eyes water when he cut into it, but smelled heavenly when cooked up properly, and rid beast meat, usually too chewy for eating, but he had smoked it right this time, so it went in just fine. His family awoke to the hearty smells of an omelet and arpa juice. His wife and 2 daughters were talking about going into town together. His eldest daughter was just about to be married soon to another local girl, a seamstress, he believed. So everyone was quite excited. His 3 sons play-fought before they went out to work. He made sure each had enough water to last them till lunch and some snacks in case they got hungry. He always worried about their appetites. In his day, he'd never had enough to eat, and so he made it his mission that his family would never feel that empty, churning feeling in his gut, like he had in his youth. After breakfast, he set to work once more with his boys, each with a different part of the field. It was planting season, so the soil had to be tilled and seeds scattered. Some of his neighbors had a sister come to bless the ground when they did that part, but he never did. It had never helped his father, so he thought it was just some silly superstition. It was a cloudy day, he thought. They might get some rain later, which was good. Their rainwater stock was getting low. Eventually, he and his boys were so far apart they couldn't hear each other, even if they shouted, and the wind was beginning to pick up. It sounded like a banshee, he thought, or a howling wolf, There was a loud, shattering sound. He looked up, but it was already too late. A swarm of black was upon them, and soon enough, he would be one of them.
It's a magical, mystical time. It's anecdotal adventures.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of City of Mist Kingmakers. I'm your Master of Ceremonies, Ashley, and these are my players.
I'm Cassidy. I'll be playing Alice Klein, the Rift of Wenchang.
Tele, and I will be playing Adalaie Ponteva, the Rift of Nemesis.
I'm Sonya, and I'll be playing Emma, the Rift of Athena.
Juno, and I'll be playing Jane, Rift of Aron.
And Simon, who plays Aron Frankel, the Rift of King David, will not be joining us for this episode. And last we left off, there was some commotion at the prison, maybe some talk of an escape of some sort. And the rest of the group was introduced to the Bear's Claw Mercenary Company, led by Eva, who took it upon herself to force some team bonding onto Emma and Jane. And we will pick back up actually at lunch a couple hours after this exercise. Everyone covered to dirt, head to toe, twigs and hair, just completely like.
But did we get the handkerchief?
Covered in mess. Eventually, I think you did get the handkerchief at least once.
Because Kai is a little bit easier to chase down.
Than Eva. Oh, yes. Much an easier opponent than Eva, though you kind of had to get over the not tackling him to get the handkerchief, but I think that was done pretty succinctly. Because Emma and Jane seem to be competitive people.
Yeah, as soon as they tackled, the girls tackled Kai, From the sidelines, Alice was like whooping and hollering.
And Eva was doubled over, like, mad cackling. But it is sort of overcast in the city right now. And it looks like it started to rain, so most of you have gone back inside. As this is happening, if you will give me un momento, por favor, to yeah, you've ended that sparring practice for today, tired and sweaty. Eva ceremoniously unties the two of you. Next time, your feet will be tied.
Oh, how fun. That'll be interesting. We'll have to coordinate steps as well as moves.
Jane just immediately leaves to go take a shower.
I think I need to shower as well.
Yeah, there's a very different sort of knock at the door than Eva's loud banging from early in the morning. Mikhail actually answers this before any of you do because you're on the back of the house and he's near to the front. But you can see, I imagine it catches at least one of your attention, Zalora of the city guard. She looks a little frazzled, a little panicked, even. And she says something quietly to Mikhail that none of you can quite hear.
I'll approach them.
And she will nod, recognizing you.
What's happened, sweetheart?
She gives like a sigh. Well, there has been some concerning sightings on multiple fronts to the south of us. So, making sure that everything is okay. I'm doing rounds, but that is not the reason I'm here. Recently there was my escape from the prison. We're going to assign a platoon of guards here in case the escapee comes to you all.
I think it'd be best if I left this premises. Maybe one or two guards with me, as if she would be out to, either of them would be out to get anyone, it'd be me.
Mikhail actually, like, looks at you and elbows you hard. No!
Ow!
You idiot! No!
That really hurt!
That's the point! No! You know what they said about your martyr complex? You're staying in his bloody house!
No, but they're actual children!
Nope. Eva?
I would love to see
He calls, and Eva walks forward. She's on your roster, yeah? And she nods.
No!
So, same rules apply? Stick to her like glue, make sure she doesn't leave? Aye, Captain! It'll be my pleasure!
You're not even under his pay, are you?
No, we're under Alex's pay, and Alex gets a lot of his funding for that from Ferreros, so I'm technically under his pay if you squint.
I really think it's a bad idea for me to stay here.
Besides, if Kat's coming around to visit, we should be here to meet her.
But
nope. And
there's no reason.
Don't you worry about it. It is Kat that escaped, right? And she looks at Zalora. She nods. Then we can handle her just fine. If she comes around here, won't be a problem.
I understand your confidence, and I understand why you're confident.
I'm certainly not going to let
But
you
really-
walk around making yourself a target. That was literally on the list of things Alex told me I wasn't supposed to let you do. Hey, same! Kira says.
I'm not a child. He doesn't have to babysit.
No, but
there-
what we were saying earlier, your boss very predictable.
But there are actual children here.
And they will be safe in our company.
But they're going to get caught in the crossfire again.
Like there's even going to be there's gonna be a crossfire even. If she comes here, she's ain't lasting. Besides, if she's smart, she won't come anywhere near this house.
She seems like the vengeful type.
Oh, she is. But that makes it even better.
Well, I'm gonna go sleep now. Because I have a feeling I'm not gonna sleep very well tonight.
Yes, I'm going to stand a guard outside your window, and I'm going to stand outside your door. So, good luck sneaking out. I'm sure it'll be a real adventure. You're not subtle. At all. You said you're not a child. Your plan to sneak out sounded like one.
I'd be perfectly willing to, leave with a guard, but it's a bad
But you're
idea.
not leaving. But you're not leaving.
Fine.
That seemed like a fine. That was more like I'll find a way when you're not looking.
No.
But I hate to tell you this, but you need sleep more than I do.
No, it was a fine. Whatever you think best.
Fantastic,
Gremlin.
because I am in charge of your security, so literally my job right now. Keeping all of you safe means all of you.
But I forgot to grab the booze. So can you send someone by Alex Howard to pick up the booze?
Oh, yeah, certainly. She makes a hand gesture and one of the guards comes in and hey, can you stop by, Alex's place and get the booze, yeah?
I hand him a key.
Oh no, we know where this bad one is, all the bears do.
Because they're hiding it under a little rock, especially since the rock is the only purple one, doesn't do anything.
Oh, yeah, I mean, he's terrible at hiding things, but... the most expensive things in his house are things that's been given to him, so, he doesn't have to worry about being robbed. Of anything other than his cheap booze.
He won't even notice they're gone.
Nah, he won't. He has too many bottles. But Mikhail turns back towards Laura. And what did you say about the breakdowns itself? Yes, the border brick in the cell in line. It was expected because we had seen one in the area at the time. So hopefully the Shadow Hunter Knights and our own platoon can take care of it without much trouble. But we'll let you. But if the situation gets worse, you'll hear the sirens.
Yes, a border breaking can easily be taken care of by night. As history has shown, no.
Actually, the last 3 have been all taken care of by Shadow Hunter Knights within the span of a month. Or less.
Good point.
So,
Good point.
history has actually shown that they're quite capable. That's the entire point of their existence.
And hunting down shadowlings.
That too. In the off-season. But Eva will make a point to gather everyone up, and let everyone know about Catalina's escape and the border breaking, and let them know that we're going to be on high alert security for the time being, so no one's leaving. See the grump face that I'm getting.
What are you talking about?
But eventually, Night falls upon you all, and it is uneasy as heavy rain begins to pour, thunder and lightning crackling in the sky.
Just passes out because he's tired of running around chasing people and avoiding getting tackled.
Alice would have spent the rest of the day napping, and so would be wide awake, like probably glued to a window watching the rain.
There is a flash of lightning, and it outlines something in the clouds. You rub your eyes, trying to get a better look as it temporarily blinds you, but when you look back, it's gone.
No, what probably happens is she sees the thing outline, says, "Holy," and does a backwards tumble off the couch, getting caught in her own leg. Her hair gets caught on something.
Oh, absolutely.
And
Alice.
a huge crashing noise.
Queen of overreaction. Eva opens the door and looks around concernedly, just looks at you on the floor.
There was something in the clouds and it scared me.
Well, that's concerning. What did it look like?
What did it look like?
You didn't get a good enough look, but it was a pretty large shape.
It was big.
Well, even more concerning.
Like a
I'm gonna
giant
gather
crowd.
everyone else and we're gonna go sit in the cellar. Because if we're getting in
Stella!
Yes, with the bad wine and the good wine.
So pretty out.
Well, you...
Are the guards still outside?
Yes.
I will open one of the windows where the guard is next to it, and I will just like close, open an umbrella over them, and then close the window so it's holding the umbrella up.
Give you a thumbs up.
That is great. Smarter in the making, indeed.
To the cellar. I'll go get the children.
Yeah. I'll gather those who want to fight in case we're gonna have to, but we should have the kids in the basement with some people on them.
Yeah, I can't fight for crap.
Pierres! He shouts, and Mikhail walks in from his office. You're in charge of babysitting children duty in the basement. Why am I? There was a sighting outside a window of some large shape in the clouds. So, we're getting on high alert now. I thought we were already on high alert. Higher alert. Whatever's above red. Code red. Code black!
Maroon.
Code Red Dragon.
Yep. So I go and I get like Ezekiel and Alyssa and their coloring books and stuff like that.
Now give me a minute. There is a shattering sound from an upstairs window. There is a loud whistle sound from outside, presumably one of the guards whistling. And Eva mutters a word, and her axe, which she had left outside, shatters through the glass and comes to her hand.
Are we just gonna break every window as
Yes!
I'm grabbing the children
She
and
shouts
running?
and runs up the stairs.
As I'm running down the stairs with two kids.
Yeah. Felix not far behind. Emma, Jane, everyone, you are woken up by this loud shattering sound.
That's actually good.
And
I
just
run
like-
downstairs.
They just bolts up and he's like, why? This has been a long day.
Actually, first place I run to is Jane's room to see if she's okay, and then downstairs.
Yeah, it sounded like it came from your floor, the shattering sound.
Not good.
You open your door, Alex is sprinting by you full speed, screaming the F word with 3 children.
They're
What
all
is it? What is
children
it?
around.
There is a muffled, scream coming from Autumn and Ryan's room.
Jane
March towards there.
Yeah,
Jane
but
grabs
Eva is faster than all of you and runs forward. And kicks down the door. Where through the window, Catalina looking very much wilder than when you saw her last, much more tiger-like, part metallic now, has gripped Ryan in one hand and seems to have thrown Autumn against a wall, and Autumn is out cold.
I send the kids downstairs and tell them where to go to the cellar, and I follow everyone.
Felix grabs the two children and takes them downstairs. And Catalina grins at you all and then jumps out the window with Ryan in her hand.
Does Autumn look hurt?
Ryan is out, like, head bleeding against the wall, like Catalina flung her against it.
Jane is gonna run over to Autumn then and try to...
So is Alice.
Heal her.
Yeah, she comes to pretty quickly, but is pretty dazed because,
Autumn, what happened?
I'm gonna, while they're doing this...
The window broke and that bitch threw me against the wall! Where's Ryan?
Why did she target Ryan? We have to go after her. She took him.
Well, go get her! There's nothing we can do!
Yeah, Eva has not waited for you guys and has flung herself out the window and has grabbed hold of Catalina's leg.
Help me!
Oh no!
Catalina scowls, "Get off of me, human!" and kicks her against the wall. And as this happens, Eva throws her axe into the wall, stabbing into it with a crack. Like, just broke a lot of things. And uses it as a standing pole. And she throws her head back and she laughs. "What? Cassidy, you don't recognize me anymore!" And she throws forward and she is flying.
What?
Woo!
Is she a Fae too?
Yeah, probably.
A free Fae too. Because she was able to kind of, she didn't physically hurt us, but she was able to, tackle us and stuff.
Can either of you fly?
No, I wish I could.
Ranged weapons? Anything that can help her?
I have ranged weapons. I start shooting my feathers at him. Make my way to take them over the face.
Emma, you suddenly feel like your blood sort of boiling into it. You have not painfully. You have a +1 to hit status. It is helping you. Adrenaline rush. All of you have this should you want to make an attack roll.
I'm gonna try and attack him with the feathers.
I'd like to try to assist Emma with her new powers.
Oh yes, are you gonna boost my powers?
Yeah. Can I roll
Yes, absolutely.
Ooh, dynamite. Not dynamite, but I got a 12.
Okay.
This is nice.
Eva's form shifts a little. Her skin sort of stays the same color, but through her ears are these little her regular ears kind of disappear, and on her head these two roundish brown ears appear, along with patches of fur along her arm. Like her arms become much thicker and clawed. And she snarls and lands forward, and Catalina throws Ryan. So Eva throws herself after her, and Catalina hisses, "What are you doing here?" And Eva smiles and goes, "I live to make your life a living hell!"
Okay, how's Jane just did my powers?
Yep.
So how? Awesome, maybe I'm sharper or whatever.
Do the status toleration. One, no. Teamwork.
Teamwork, yeah, we do have that.
Okay, so go ahead and roll a hit it with all you've got.
I rolled an 8, plus diesel feathers, and plus fast 3 feathers.
Okay. Feathers go forward, but when they cut into Catalina, they heal immediately, pretty much. Because you would know the thing about Faye.
Yep. Jane is gonna yell Strellis, and then she's gonna
Blue
bolt
heart
over
activates.
to where...
As this happens, Catalina moves her hand around, and I need everyone to roll me a face danger, physical.
I'd like to activate my blue heart as well.
Alice and Coco. I love my weapons names so much. I got a 7. I'd like to add adrenaline, martial artist, and Please, I know how you think, because I've been traveling with Catalina for a while now. We all have.
I'm going to add, I got an 8. I'm going to add, I know you for the same reason as saying out of please, I know how you think. And what's that one?
Okay, so you all managed to avoid as every single thing of metal, including any spare weapons you have on you that aren't moving part, go flying out of your group and go flying at you.
What about all of my jewelry?
Your jewelry
I did not roll.
and your
I did not
leg.
roll.
Your
I
leg.
rolled a 7 flat, and literally every single one of my weaknesses could be used right now.
Then you take the status Metal Mayhem 3 as you get pummeled by every metal thing, and your jewelry starts to choke you.
Is
I choke quietly because I don't want to distract them.
Ryan?
Not gonna be traumatizing.
Ryan looks like he was unconscious.
Okay, he was flung through the air just now, right? And
Yes.
nobody caught him?
No, Eva caught him, and then set him on the ground and made a gesture with her hands, and 2 of the mercenaries came forward and sort of are dragging him away.
Okay. Do I see her choking?
Yes. Well,
No, I choke quietly.
No.
I want to choke quietly.
God damn it!
Stupid! Why would you choke quietly? Don't choke quietly!
Very in character!
Okay, well,
I'm gonna do
choking quietly.
Jane's gonna do a quick sweep because she's in charge of making sure everyone gets out of this alive. Do I see her choking?
Turning blue in the corner.
Give her a thumbs up.
And on the floor because your metal leg flew off.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run over to her.
But as you start to run over, Catalina makes a movement with your hand when she notices that you don't have a blue heart weapon on you, Alice, and pulls you by your jewelry out to her.
I'm gonna jump on and grab Alice and hold on to the window to try to keep her in place.
Catalina kind of grins viciously at you. Here's a trick that you taught me! And she clenches her fist.
No.
All of you who have not activated the blue heart weapon, so Autumn, Ryan, Alice, you take the status Blood Boil 4.
So I'm down?
Oh, yes! Alice falls unconscious. You're not dead. She's not trying to kill you.
Wait, didn't we figure out that damage is different?
Yeah, but she took a status of 3 and 4. You're not. You're at 5, so you're out. You're not at 6.
Yeah.
Can I try to counter?
Blood is coming out of all.
Can I try to counter
Alice's
Catalina's magic with my healing magic, or is that even something I can?
Catalina's a lot more powerful.
More powerful than me. I know.
Yeah, because you get
At
your
least
power
a
from a
lesson.
fae, so she's basically an avatar.
Angel's wings, angel's wings, angel's wings.
King's Milk.
Okay, can I be like, hey, can you help me heal my friends? Is that something that you can do?
Is it? You should have their statuses. You should have her things.
I should.
I sent it to you.
You texted it to me a while
And I
ago.
don't have the paper any longer, so I can't resend it to you.
I have it.
While
I think.
she's doing that, I'm gonna take my bow out and take my blue heart arrows and aim one directly at Catalina and shoot it off.
Okay. Roll me a hit it with all you've got.
God, I got a 4.
I just got this character.
Oh gosh.
That's one to fight, the thing that Eva gave me. So that's 5. Mouse? Is it still mouse?
No. Absolutely not. It's while you're near the mirror groves. You could not be, like, farther.
Yes.
Okay, so I need 3 minimum. First one to fight. I'm going to do I Know You. Fey knowledge. Very much Fey related. Learn to fight. And do 8.
Can you remind me of your weaknesses?
Yeah, sure. For the I know you, old frustrated memories. Stuff fades over time. I haven't used that tag.
Yeah, read the relevant ones.
And the learn to fight one is, no empathy, stuff sympathy. Basically, I can't learn from someone that doesn't have human emotions. That as well.
Wow!
Yeah.
Look at that! And also, I'm gonna use old memories in a way too, because man, you have some old memories with Catalina. It kind of sucks sending an arrow at her throat, and you have real human emotions. So hesitation station.
Yeah.
So do you take those 2 weaknesses?
Yep. What am I at? I added 4, right? Yeah.
-2.
And then -2. 6. No, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. And then I'm just gonna will to protect my friends because she's attacking them to get it to 7 and just leave it there.
Okay. So 7, and I hit it with all you've got. You choose 1. You take cover, secure a serious position. You get them good or get many of them. You control collateral damage. You hold the target's attention, or you gain upper hand.
I choose 1. Then I'm gonna go with get them good.
Okay. And how many tags did you add to that?
I added a lot. Took away 2 of them. Do those ones that I added to the count?
I don't believe so. It's the -2. So how many did you add to get it to the 7?
3.
Okay.
With one of them just being a thing from Eva. I don't know if that counts.
The arrow rockets forward, and it does slice her a little bit, but it looks like she controlled the metal of the staff to get it away from where you were aiming.
Damn.
Because your weapon is not completely blue part.
Just the tip.
And Catalina, believe it or not, she is probably, like, she's talked about it before. She's made to fight. She's very good at fighting. But she keeps the arrow floating in the air, spins it back, and is going to send it back toward you.
Too hard.
Which is, so because you didn't take cover or secure position, so you didn't choose that status, so they'll impose Metal Mayhem on you. Metal Mayhem 2.
Lovely.
But at this time, Eva will jump up and grab Catalina by her legs and throw her down to the ground.
Do I go with her?
No, because you're floating up amorously in the air. She does drop her magic for a second, so you do sort of fall.
She's holding on to Alice, though.
Yeah, but you fall, and you fall into a wall, though, because Emma is holding onto your leg.
Yeah.
Oh.
So not enough to, like, murder you. If you hit the ground, you would be dead, but...
I
found the card, Ashley.
Fantastic.
I'll focus on dragging Alice into the room where Jane is.
So Jane is gonna ask the sword, may I please use your power?
Go right ahead.
And I would like, I don't know what role this is, but it has a tag that says Control Vitality, which I think would assist with the healing stuff.
Yes, that is like, again, your usual healing in this thing. It would change the game. It's just a tag, so you would add it like normal. It's a relic card for those wondering, which is a regular mythos theme that you can choose in City of Mist.
7. I'd like to add Control Vitality, and hold on. And my tag Vitality.
Would you remind me of the Angel's Wings weakness? It's the doesn't work well on good people, right?
Mind of its own, useless,
Right, has 2.
unworthy, and Builder of Heart.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. None of those apply here because the Angeling wants to help you right now.
Yeah, I made sure to ask it too. And
Catalina is definitely not good at heart, so
yeah. And then also stand up to authority. Do I view Catalina as an authority figure?
No.
No, that wouldn't work. So Adrenaline. I don't have to add all mythos stuff.
So you
That's
can,
a 10.
yeah, you can, it's Jisugo's thing, so you're not completely healed, Alice, but, you're back on your feet. I'd say you healed the blood boil, so you're still stabbed by a bunch of metal things. But your blood is no longer trying to murder you from inside your own body.
Yay!
Does Autumn also look like she's down for the count?
Like, pretty much out, yeah.
Okay.
Did she get knocked out again?
No, she's just dazed and, like, you didn't have time to use your healing power. Your healing power is actually on her before Catalina attacked.
Yeah.
I'll give you guys a thumbs up, and I'm gonna just loop under Autumn's arm and start, like, pulling her out of the room.
Where is Cade?
Probably downstairs with the children.
Yeah.
Maybe he should stay there.
Yeah, protecting the children.
He's like the
Right.
only person there who can calm her down right now.
Are we really
She doesn't
trying to
deserve to
calm
be
her
calmed down.
So,
We're not-
no, out
stop
of
her from
curiosity,
killing y'all.
so
We're
I
gonna kill her.
usually can't feel Faye emotions, but Catalina's
Try.
feeling very strongly right now. Can I feel what she's feeling?
No. It's
No?
weirdly... It's different. It's
Okay.
not like she, it's not like it usually is where you can't read a Fae emotion, where they're just different and weird and you can't quite get a grasp on them. It's like she doesn't have any. She's not even there.
That's odd.
Man, having my own powers would be really useful right about now.
But at this point, Eva is doing that thing where where, you know, the Hulk scene with Loki and Avengers, with just slamming him back and forth and back and forth. That is what Eva is doing right now.
Right.
Cassidy, I don't know what you can heal, and what were the other things you told me you could do?
Communicate. She said communication was her forte.
I don't know if that would be enough for Jane to be able to bless her.
Every so often, the men will, like, one readies a blue heart crossbow bolt, fires it, sticks Catalina in the shoulder.
I tried that. I'm trying again with my bow.
But their blue heart weapons are all... Like, the bolts are all blue heart, so she can't control it. She could probably control the actual crossbow, because it's not a blue heart weapon.
She's a
but
little preoccupied.
She's a little preoccupied with a bear.
If she's preoccupied, can I try to shoot an arrow at her again?
Yes, absolutely.
Ooh, I'd like to curse Catalina, because I do know her powers.
What would you like to do?
I'd like to
Throw off her depth perception.
yeah. Dizzy. I'd like to say dizzy.
Okay, then I'll also put this at a hit it with all you've got, so.
Okay.
Got a 7, by the way. I'm gonna add owl senses. So
You have the -2 from Metal Mayhem.
Shit. So I'm back down to 5. Lovely.
+1 from Adrenaline Rush.
6. Then I'm gonna add owl senses. 7. Will to protect. 8.
You can't use any that you used last time.
I thought I did a defense thing in between.
Nope.
Damn. That sucks. Did I use learn to fight? I think I did. Then I'll add common sense. So what is that? 8? Learning. How to fight those. 9. And wings protection, can I use my wings to like keep the wind out of the way while I aim my
I don't think that would work here.
Oh,
You're
that's fine.
inside the actual house. There is no wind hitting you.
Fair. Oh no, I used Fey knowledge last time. That's all I can add. I think I can just get it up to an 8.
What do you choose for your choose one?
get him good.
Okay, how many tags did you have?
Like 3.
Okay. Then she's going to choose the same thing, sending the arrow right back at you after it hits her. Metal Mayhem 2 once more, so that adds to 4.
Lovely. I'm gonna stop doing this.
I got an 11, and I would like to add Luster Curse. Do I want to keep going? Is that?
The greater roll you've got, the more tags you add, the more things you do.
Okay. So Luster Curse. I know how you think, because I've been traveling with her. Creative, because I'm trying to throw off the depth perception.
Did I even damage her at all?
Yes, you hit her with blue heart weapons. She does look quite in pain.
Okay, good.
And also, Eva is chucking her around like a rag doll. Bones are broken.
And
Continue.
because I've studied how Catalina fights and acts before, so that's 1.
You haven't really had a chance to witness her in combat, but her behavior, I'll give that to you.
Okay, so I think that's a 15.
Yes, but it's the, how many tags did you add?
I added,
4.
4. I added 4. Yeah.
Okay, and choose 2? So
okay.
take cover, secure superior position, get them good, get many of them.
Get them good and control collateral.
Okay. How would you be controlling collateral damage here?
Well, throwing off the depth perception is supposed to make it so they can't hit people. So I don't know if controlling the collateral.
You're inflicting a mental status is what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
So that's your attack.
And then I don't know what else I would. I don't think there's a way I could control collateral, but I could try to get in a place where I'm in less of a.
Yeah. So why don't you do take cover and secure serious position so she doesn't chuck something at you. Yeah, so you least off this curse. That was 5. Okay. So she's not looking very pretty, but she's continuing to fight and snarling as she does. Eva just stalks her across the face and punches her into a rose bush.
I know how much that hurt.
From personal experience, it's not fun. Yep. And it looks like while they were fighting, the men have scattered like blue heart caltrops across the ground.
Oh my god.
So Eva has to be careful she doesn't land in them, but looks like Catalina doesn't have much hope of overpowering her physically. And very, very notably, the only metal thing that Eva carries on her is her axe, which is embedded with blue heart.
Clever.
Like she predicted this.
It's almost like she was prepared or something for this specific scenario. Weird, like she's in charge of your security detail and was brushing her up on the threats that were to your life. Strange. But Catalina sort of growls at her and rockets forward. She just grabs her and Eva just grabs her by the throat and sort of hefts her up and drives her into the ground again. Flying along so she's hitting a bunch of caltrops as she's raking around the ground.
Hey Jane, care to give me some help here? I say with 2 arrows embedded into me.
Jane just like, why would you shoot a bow when you can barely hold it? I will go over to try to heal you.
Obviously it hurt her. Can you get rid of some of my statuses?
You don't even need to roll for those. You get rid of one of the metal mayhems.
Ooh, so down to 3.
2.
2, nice.
And as this happens, from an inside window inside the house, you don't quite see who casts this spell, but a bolt of crystallized magic comes from inside the house, hits Catalina, and she freezes in place, a statue of ice.
Alice whoops a little bit while still, like, on one leg, dragging Autumn behind her.
She is frozen, but not dead, it looks like. Like, her eyes are still moving from inside the statue, but she's contained, at least. And the guards start furiously brushing the caltrops away, so Eva can land.
What did you ask, Jane?
Can Jane try to put her to sleep? Like, make her go unconscious?
You can, but she's already restrained. She can't get much more restrained.
Okay. Well, and we could talk to her now, so she could go away. Yeah.
Yeah. That was the point, yes. Eva lands. You can see a little bear tail sticking out from her armor. Bathilda gleams menacingly. And from the window that shot out the ice bolt, Mikkel kind of lowers himself to the ground from the outside and closes the window behind him and looks at all the broken windows and just sighs and shakes his head and walks over to Eva. Every time you come over, I lose more of this house. Hey, this one, totally not me. She's technically one of your enemies. I mean, technically, but doesn't really count if it's like thousands of years ago. It definitely counts. Thank you very much.
Not to mention, didn't you intentionally break a couple of windows?
Shut up. You weren't supposed to tell him that.
Totally intentionally broke a couple of windows out of spite.
Eva, if we did not have a very dangerous Fae here right now, you would be joining her as an ice statue.
What's wrong with the ice abilities? Very cool, very cool.
Oh god, no, not another one of you with the puns about ice. I can't take my heart can't take it.
That's not very chill of you, bro.
I'm about to take this all back and let you keep fighting. She'll do the work for me. Get rid of you all.
Please don't, I say as I'm slowly taking off metal jewelry and, like, putting it in a bag. I'll stick with beads and wood for now.
That looks like a wonderful melee weapon you just made there. I'm gonna take that and head downstairs with that and away with all the metal.
Jane's gonna, like, hold out the blade and say, like,
relax. Relax, Eva says to all of you as she waves one of her guards forward, and they put a necklace around Catalina that has little blue heart gems around it.
Tough.
We came prepared. I've got a list of your running enemies. Also, you never know when another Fae might come and try to stab you in the dark or something. It always pays to be prepared.
Catalina doesn't have the crown on her head, right?
No. It doesn't look like she has any of her usual possessions on her.
She looked like really feral when she was attacking us, like.
And her pupils are still quite sort of strangely dilated.
She's not feeling anything.
Look like normal Catalina.
Can I roll investigation?
Well, we have an emotion Fae in this house for a reason, I guess. I'm gonna go get the other familiar guest. He can consult.
I'm leaning against the wall, literally said the answer. Okay.
It pays to get a second opinion.
She's not feeling anything.
Well, that's bloody weird. Katrina, I'd no at least be feeling proper angry. My face must bring back something.
Sorry.
This can't be a one-sided relationship, points at Catalina. Who doesn't seem to really, like, see her.
mysterious.
There's another
Nothing
crash of
missing.
lightning in the sky.
Oh no.
Paranoidly look up.
Something moves in the clouds. You don't see what.
There was another thing.
Let's get inside,
Get
please.
inside.
And Eva sort of hefts the ice statue Catalina up and marches her into the kitchen.
Slides her across the floor like a shuffleboard.
She doesn't need to slide her, just picks her up.
Shane, do you mind taking care of the other arrow as well?
And she slowly, Eva will slowly morph back into her more human-looking appearance.
Oh, I like the tail and the ears. They were cute.
I like him too. I'd rather be what I usually look like. Though, granted, this ain't exactly much of a disguise. She does only really change the bear-like stuff on her. Otherwise, she changed absolutely nothing about her appearance.
Hey, we didn't know you were a Fae until you did that, so, well, at least we didn't.
Yeah.
I don't know about
Had
Alex.
no idea.
I feel like I've hinted pretty strongly to you.
Yeah, you absolutely. I also just couldn't tell.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, you guys feel totally different.
It's an interesting tale. Usually we don't have to worry about that, because I don't know a human that can sense emotions other than you now, I guess. But for what I've been told, that comes from Fae magic, so it's still a Fae.
Yeah, it's a
I
fake
stand
thing.
by my point.
The guards go back to their post by the window.
Mhm.
Alice will continue, like, setting up umbrellas.
How many of those do you have? Mikhail says as he brings up everyone from the basement.
I don't know, there was a sale before I left, so I have pink sparkly ones. This one has unicorns on it.
That one has
These ones just have
Elsa on it.
emojis.
Give him an Elsa one.
Why, do you want one?
No, I am good. Thank you very much.
You should have just given him an Elsa umbrella. That would have been hilarious.
Let it go.
So we have Batman and we have Elsa.
A regular Justice League.
Oh, and Meredith.
Merida.
From Brave.
Yeah, Merida.
So gathers in the kitchen. So are we going to interrogate her? What's the plan here?
Well, she doesn't look
I'm
like
gonna
she
start
normally
making hot
does.
chocolate.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Jane's gonna go about making sure everybody's healed up.
Yeah,
I need
so
healing.
over the course you can get your statuses healed up.
Hmm.
I'll just assume that happens. No need to roll. This is just a normal thing.
When
And
she
then-
gets to Alice, she'll make a quip about it's a lot easier when you don't have to injure yourself to get better.
Thanks for the advice.
It's like very obviously a joke.
A very
more like a
not quite joke.
No, it's a dig.
A dig/joke. A dig disguised as a joke.
I'll keep that in mind in the future. Thank you.
Hey Jade, we should really practice, like you do with Aron, with boosting his ability. It'd be easier if we had like a set boost thing for fights and stuff that we establish. But that's for later, not right now.
When
Possibly.
when Emma mentions that, Alice will like bump Eva and be like, "Yes, they're communicating."
Like Cades gets up here and immediately kind of notices the same thing that you did, Alice, and he sort of draws his face into a frown and looks Catalina over. So, as this is happening, on the other side of the city, in the jail, there is a loud explosion sound from the upstairs. The floor sort of rumbles, and it looks like it's about to break if you don't move. Like you're about to be caved in.
Adalaie grabs her artwork.
Chain face.
Yes.
Making.
And absconds from herself via turning into a small animal. Like she's just a rat dragging
her
artwork.
You scurry up the stairs, but you need to abandon your artwork because it's slowing you down because this place is about to cave in. Like in any second. She goes and there are more booming sounds. You go through make yourself really tiny, like a bug or an ant, crawl through the cracks in the door, get on the other side, transform yourself back into a scurrying rat. It is immediately rubble and ash meet your face, so you are almost immediately sort of blinded. The smell of something like acidic meets your nose.
Sulfur?
Sulfuric in smell, but not quite the same. It sort of just burns the hairs of your nose a little, the smell. And you can see
that doesn't have much
you can
smell?
see above you.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't sank to your level on the floor. There is this pale green haze.
I dash.
And there's heavy rain and this green haze sort of making its way over this whole area. There is a flash of lightning. And with one hand on a tower, leaning over, neck sort of wrapped around one side of the tower, is a long emerald green dragon. From its nostrils, you can see this green haze pouring out, and occasionally it will shift a wing and a building will collapse in time with it.
Sorry, I'm laughing at what Juno said. Please say it out loud, Juno. Don't leave that in the chat.
Earlier we were making predictions about what the destruction cause was, and we guessed it was a dragon or Catalina, and it turns out it was both the dragon and Catalina.
I knew it.
Now, let's see. Yes. This dragon sort of snarls and bares its fangs. There is another crash of lightning. Somewhere else in the city, a grand red dragon snarls as the sea turns to lava at its command. It waves its hand, and thousands die. Near your quarter of the city, a black haze is starting to take over the city streets. There is a chill in the air. Something slithers between alleyways, long and sleek and black.
Adalaie is just sort of paralyzed in both terror and shock at all of this thing at once.
Yes, the lightning storm crackles and suddenly it seems unnatural as it is called down at the green dragon's command. Striking
Dragon
another
be
part of the
dragon!
city. Fire burning.
Okay, so I'm going to consult other players on this next action, as I have been proven to be very
Dragon be
impulsive.
dragon!
Should I be a
Godzilla
dragon?
kind of moment.
Dragon!
Run!
I mean, you
Okay,
should
I
run, but
hear
also
two
run as
dragons
a
in
dragon.
one run, so I'm turning into
Yeah.
a dragon.
Oh god.
Just to remind you, your stats don't actually change when you transform into a dragon.
Okay.
So you don't have their same rank.
Never mind. I'll take Sonya, who has the brain cell right now, and run.
So, Adalaie, do you turn into something faster to run?
Yes.
Peregrine Falcon! Peregrine Falcon!
I guess. Then I turn into my falcon.
Where are you going to run?
I don't know where everyone is at, so away.
Just out of the city?
Yeah.
Okay, you fly out of the city, and as you do, you can get a look at the 3 shadowy districts that has happened. One covered in this green phase, another completely ablaze, and the other invisible, covered in darkness. Occasionally, giant scales, like a sea serpent, slither through the darkness that you eventually see.
Oh god,
If
is that
anything,
red dragon?
the dragons look bigger than when you last saw them. You can see, assumably, a Master of in the distance, roaring.
Oh dear lord. This city is so fucked. How long has it been since Emma sent, or Jane sent the sending stone to Hazel?
While, and they had their own problems to deal with, so they weren't coming.
Is anybody coming?
Not that you know of.
Trying to think of allies around here.
Any that we did have, we don't have any more.
Yeah. I go to the museum.
You fly, the museum is in the shadowed district, so you have to sort of guess and dive into shadow. Where you can see, like, a barrack? Like a wall being set up? Like, the gate has been drawn closed. There are people on the roof. One with a crossbow, and the other with a magic broom floating in the air, all in the same the museum uniform as before. It looks like they're museum goers, but they have been ushered inside. And now a good 15 people in that same museum uniform are outside the museum, all with various blue heart weapons activated.
Do I see a particular EOS around?
You don't.
God damn it. Do I see the one that I gave the message to?
Yes. And also, I think... roll me an investigation check.
Okay.
And or if you have a spare clue, you can use that.
Oh, I do have a clue. I guess I use that, but I don't know what I'm asking here.
Just looking for familiar faces.
Yes, looking for familiar faces. Who do I see?
There is a falcon perched on the roof, familiar to you, because it dropped off a message to your group not too long ago. The coded message about New York.
I go.
It's wearing the same sort of ribbon, and it cocks its head as you approach, makes a loud caw, and immediately all ranged weapons are sort of tilted at you. But they hold.
I land next to the falcon hesitantly and put my wings up and surrender.
It doesn't look abnormally intelligent, like it is a shapeshifter in disguise or anything. It's just a well-trained falcon, so it just kind of quizzically... It actually takes your wings poofing out as probably a sign of aggression.
No, this is more towards the people who are pointing things at me.
Yeah. But the one with the crossbow mutters over to the other with the magic rune, goes, "Shapeshifter? Kingmaker of Fae!" The other woman shouts out.
Well, take a guess.
Answer the question, or your bird food.
Oh, yeah.
Which one would make you safer, Kingmaker or Fae?
Yeah.
Taking a long time, might as well just shoot her.
Please don't. I just escaped the
You got 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3.
Technically I'm a Fae. Technically I'm a Fae. Half Fae.
The falcon will make a loud caw at this. And it will actually suddenly disappear. And the one with the crossbow will go, transform back. You have a more human form?
She turns into Adalaie. Back to her normal self.
Immediately the crossbow fires and you get hit in the shoulder. You take crossbow bolt 1. 2, because it hit you pretty hard and it's blue heart. Both the woman put a spell too. Fucking liar!
Well, I'm not technically lying. And actually, I have nothing to do with this. I just escaped being crushed. Want to look over at the Green Dragon Castle where it's being held?
It's just darkness. They can't look anywhere.
Can I take the arrow out?
The man who shot you will actually walk up and just rip it out. And put it back in his crossbow and walk away from you. Get down with the others then. They don't look like they have a lot of sympathy or patience for you right now.
She slides down.
And as you do, a little robin pokes its head out in front of you, wearing a similar black ribbon. And it will chirp, sort of tilt its head.
And who are you?
And it'll fly off. And it'll stop and look at you expectantly.
I follow it.
And it flies inside. Cracking the window.
I keep on following it.
And it flies through the museum to a back office. There are a couple of the same museum staff inside, all with blue heart weapons and all suspiciously well trained.
I look at the bird, look up at them.
But there are 2 more standing guard in front of a back office, where the bird titters at them and points at the office expectantly, and one of the museum workers goes, "Really?" And the bird just
shrugs.
Opens the door. The office has 3 people in it.
You get to meet the head down.
Sitting at one chair, looking out the window expectantly, is a very tall, dark-skinned woman, completely bald, with tattoos head to toe, who sort of eyes you over with a hint of disdain.
I look away.
The other is familiar to you because one of them is just Eos, who looks at you and waves, but in his waves happily, but eyes say "fuck you." He has your purse over one shoulder, very blatantly. It now has a tattoo of a dove stitched into it, like a little, replacing his old satchel. And the third is also familiar with you, but perhaps in a more negative way. A paler man with slim spectacles and longish dark hair, with a nicer looking suit on that doesn't match up with the uniform, but you can just make out the sleeve of tattoos beneath him as he makes a wave of his hand and the bird disappears and reappears back on his hand.
Hi, Henry.
Yes. And what do we owe the pleasure?
You guys were the first ones I could think of to go to. The castle got smashed, literally, by a green dragon.
Yes, and the guard quarter is currently being stalked by a black one.
Yes, I noticed. And there's a red dragon over to the south, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
And there's a blue dragon too, yes?
Not that you've seen.
Not that I see, but there's one in the clouds.
Not that you've seen.
Not that I've seen?
Not that you've seen.
No, that was just me guessing. Probably
Okay.
correctly.
I think there's like one in the clouds. I mean, the lightning's very weird.
As far as you know, the green dragon's doing that.
Okay.
You saw her
Okay.
wave her hand and lightning strike where she pointed, so...
So far, I've seen 3 dragons, and it's not too favorable for anybody.
But we're not exactly a dragon slaying organization.
Well, I figured such. But I don't know where the other Kingmakers went.
You'd think they'd tell you if they wanted you to know, Io says.
Well, I don't think they could. I was kind of stuck in a dungeon. Rightfully so.
He snorts. I'm sure they could figure something out. They're creative. They have sending stones.
I raised my eyebrow. We're not the smartest group.
You're not the smartest. I don't know about your group. Your average intelligence does rest around goldfish level, it's clear, but...
I'm rapidly losing it, please. Don't even honor me with the title of goldfish.
And the woman in the back snorts. At least you're self-aware.
Very much so.
Well, Henry sighs. What we're planning on doing right now is get an evacuation of the district going. Unfortunately, can't exactly see to know where people are, which I imagine is partially the point, to create enough chaos. People can't move freely. But we're on the edge of town. We should be able to escape relatively easily. At least get the people in the museum out. And if not, there's the tunnels. Though those aren't much safer. Io sighs. Well, if you really want to know where your friends are, we do keep track.
Well, I figured as much. I mean, you tracked us half across the continent.
I mean, you're not exactly subtle.
Well, no, you can just follow any loud noise. You'll find us.
Just follow the abject chaos.
It does seem to follow us.
Doesn't it? Raises hands, gestures toward a pitch black sky.
Yeah, I personally think we're all cursed, in a way.
No, really.
Yeah, I apologize deeply for...
Henry will frown at him. Are you volunteering to lead her that? Well, it's either that or sit here. Very well. Valina, start leading the evacuation. And you? I'll deal with the loose ends we have lying around. And she nods and walks out of the room, and Eos looks at him expectantly. Well, I can't fly, so unless you're willing to carry me and be very obvious, we have a long walk.
Wouldn't it be that obvious if I'm big enough?
I think that's big is opposite of subtle, actually. Antithetical.
Question.
It's stealth.
Do Nighthawks happen to fly around here, perchance?
Not really. They stick around the forest. They're more of an Everin
Then
problem
never mind, I guess
than
we
an
have a long
Endrathan
walk.
problem. Don't like staying in this darkness, though, so you could probably fly us over, but then we'd apparently have to deal with 2 other dragons, and would that just be lovely?
Well, they seem to have their own territories around, so I could
Well,
keep them occupied.
Flying it is.
Okay.
I'm gonna lead you outside, where you were assumably transform into some big bird of some sort.
Yep.
And he hops on, and you take off into the sky, and he gives you directions to where they're staying. But because you can't use the landmarks to guide you directions, because it is completely pitch dark, and they are in the same district as you.
I have to roll.
No. This is more Eos's ability to give decent directions from an aerial point of view, which is a very unique way to that's into the acid district. We don't need to go there. Nope, that's lava. Nope, stick to darkness.
Will do. By the way, did you get rid of all my stuff in that bag?
The
By
candy.
any chance? You kept the candy?
I sold anything that looked expensive. But that was mostly out of spite.
Fair enough. Can I at least keep my partner's pictures and pictures?
I kept your personal stuff. I'm not that much of a dick. You can have it back later. They're not on me right now. I left them back at base.
Okay.
I emptied out this bag because it's quite nice. Much nicer than mine. My satchel's
Yes,
getting on
it's
there.
Louis Vuitton.
Nice. But there is a roar. From somewhere in the shadow. You can't quite see where. The rest of you, as you're talking, it suddenly gets much darker.
Or tips or something here. Juno is lit.
Raquel actually looks outside. Can't see the storm anymore?
Can you hear it?
A crash of thunder in the distance. You can definitely still hear it. And followed by the thunder, alarm, roar in the distance. Oh, that was the thunder. That was not thunder.
Dragon.
And at this point, there's a panicked knocking at the door. Miguel, let me in! It's Alec.
I rush to the door and I open it. I'm like,
He's panting and kind of looking worse for wear.
What's going on out there?
Are you
Dragon
okay?
attack!
Which dragon? Tell me it's not the red one. Tell me it's not the red one.
Take your pick. They're very colorful, and there are 3 of them.
Okay, but
No,
like,
one of
are
them-
you okay?
Fine. The one near us seems icy. I was able to run and use the ice to slide away.
We don't know that one, do we?
But before the thing went dark, I was at the beach, and it turned to lava. The water turned to lava.
No.
No, that is not good. That red dragon probably has specific vengeance against
Catalina, we need to get Catalina away from the safe house.
not just Catalina, but all of us.
It hates her
And
specifically.
he looks you over
That's the enemy.
and looks at the chaos of the general house. Did I miss something? And Mikhail nods. Well, that is text by Katrina. And looks at Eva. Oh, so you got what you wanted then? Yeah, I punched her in the face a couple times, but she's having weird. You're also emotion sensey. Can you? We've had 3 people in on this. Like 2 people in this. Good, good with
2 emotion things? Are you kidding? How did we not know this before?
Well, you know, Cades.
We know Kate was. We didn't know that. We just knew that Alec was FA.
While they're doing that, can Alice find a map of the surrounding area?
Oh yeah, easily.
Is it like decorative or functional?
A little bit.
Okay, so she's gonna take it down from where it is and pop out a marker and start doing like a search and rescue strategy. I would like to call a flashback.
Okay. And what is the tone of this flashback?
Somber and a little bit, just a tad frightening. Not creepy. Definitely brutal. Whoa, 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 whoa. So in this flashback, we zoom back to see Alice, definitely in older clothing, and she was sitting on. She's sitting next to a radio, and she's just sitting there waiting. And you hear a crackle, and just the vague name of a city or a town, and a number, and then a time. And all you see is Alice nod. At this point, she still has both legs. You see her nod, toss the radio in a river, get on her horse, and take off. And then you flash forward a little bit to Alice helping push carts through the mud and helping to wrangle children and find parents, help get sick and elderly out. And this goes on for hours and hours and hours until over the top of one of the green grass hills, you see an army start to approach. And it becomes very apparent that these people weren't expecting that, and this is a mad dash to escape. But Alice is currently leading them through a forest path that she knew of to get them out of the way of the fighting that slowly begins to ensue. And that was the flashback. Yay!
Okay. And would you like a clue or a juice for that?
I would like a juice.
Okay, take that juice. I don't play action music enough. I don't remember what song is what. This works. Might have to change it. It's a little loud. We'll see. Maybe I'll just go back to what it was before, if I remember what song that was. Haha. There we go.
And then I'd like to pop out with a Sharpie marker and start talking to Michael and be like, okay, but start circling houses and buildings nearby that would have people and figuring out an exit plan.
As this happens, Adalaie makes a vague cawing sound as she lands in the backyard. Kinda clumsily, because you couldn't see where the rose bushes were, and there are still some, blue heart caltrops left over. So you kinda have to,
You hear a loud ow fuck from outside.
She just goes, oh, no, look out, to the left, rose bush, rose bush, rose bush!
Alice's
That's
head
not very
shoots
helpful!
up and her face drops.
You guys see what some of you would recognize to be Eos. Presumably Adalaie shapeshifted into a Nighthawk.
Yeah, good to see you again.
I wish I could say the same, but these are not the best circumstances!
No, not really, no.
No, not at all.
I just pop over to lean back and look at Eos. So you came from the museum?
Yes!
Any idea what's between here and there?
Darkness!
Very helpful. Come over here and help me out.
At least your math's accurate. Well, there's a big red dragon over here, and I'll point to the far end of town, and then to...
Let's avoid that part of town. That's
to the, sort of middle district where the throne sits. There's a big green dragon over here, and there's presumably a black one prowling around in here. I don't know if smashed is the right word, maybe used as a stool.
No. Whatever their gender was, they smashed it. The dungeon crumbled in and was actively knocking down another tower as I left. So yeah, they're smashing it.
So our best bet is the green one.
She was on the throne tower, which has been pointed out to you. She hadn't smashed that. She had smashed a lot of other things, but she had been using that as a perch.
So we have the cover of darkness, which is both an advantage and a disadvantage, do you feel?
I would say major disadvantage, considering our enemy created it.
And can
Yeah.
apparently see in it?
I think we should assume that, yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be stupid to create darkness that you couldn't see in. We need to figure out a strategy to get as many people out of the city as possible.
Start at the nearest houses, work our way outwards. First, we need to get them to a safe location.
I don't believe that
And
that's
what
the
we're
best
gonna
strategy. Where is the most populous location in the city? And which,
Central.
like, dragon territory would that fall under?
Central Market and the fire.
This is where we need
They're
to focus
goners.
on.
We cannot go there at all
That's
costs.
very noble of you. Thank you, Adalaie, for your bravery.
Well, I'm sorry. The sea turned into lava.
Good for the sea. People can still be saved
And has been sweeping
from a
through the
firefight.
town. It's been sweeping through the town. I highly doubt, unless they're on the second story in a burning building, that they are alive.
You guys hear a scream down the road.
Alice
Nelly?
cracks her neck, grabs her backpack, grabs the map, and goes, well, who's with me? Or are we going to get out?
Eva's already running.
I'll run as well.
She's broken another window and is already out on the street.
Why'd you have to break the last one?
Dramatic!
There's a door!
Doors of the
I'll
lasers!
follow.
And if I'm gonna die to a dragon, I'm gonna go down dramatically!
I'll follow as well.
Oh, Michal looks at Catalina. What are we doing with this one?
Leave her here.
Solar soldier.
I'm following Alice.
Got enough blue heart around, don't you?
Looks at her wild, dilated pupils. It seems like she would still attack, magic or no.
What?
It seems like she would still attack, magic or no.
Very nice. Stellar? Stellar? Just
Put her in the cellar. Is what she's saying.
I do not want to leave a dangerous fire in my house. And Alec looks at him. You're probably not gonna have a house in like the next hour. Come on. Whatever. And he like pushes her down the stairs to the cellar.
okay. Do we have another map? One that Alice did not take?
No. But everyone seems to be heading in that direction. Kai has picked up Alice and Ryan has picked up Ezekiel. And they're taking up the rear along with Mikkel. And the guards.
Alice will start giving them exit instructions. Like, she'll hold out a map and be like, start pointing out a route to get out of the city.
And Alec will start knocking on neighbor doors. Hey, come here, we're gonna get out, come on!
Help with them opening.
Instead of this like an aura car attack, we need to leave the city!
Ally's gonna
eventually-
turn into a bird and zoom up to be lookout.
There's a ripple of scales, so it's like nearby. The dragon is somewhere very nearby.
He's gonna
And people
Call
start
to
joining them on the
people.
streets, walking in a huddle.
dragon nearby! He calls that down to people. Anyone who's listening.
All of you hear that.
And Alice will start giving like the locals who are knowledgeable about the street instructions on how they should proceed with getting out and stuff like that, based on her past experiences.
And these are sort of rich noble types, so they're all kind of huddled together, looking scared. And Eva will make a signal, and one of the guards will break off, and they'll take charge of small groups.
And Alice will like look at the guard and like really sincerely say thank you. and then start strategizing on how to get people out of Central Market with Eva.
The fire's gonna be bloody difficult.
Well, fire's always difficult, but we can't leave them there to bake.
No, but you have to think of a plan. That's not what I was
We have people who can
implying.
fly.
Chill.
I know. I'm sorry.
We have people
I
who
thought
can
but
fly.
there's already been one person that implied that tonight, and I'm not looking forward to hearing it again.
Well, that person clearly does not have my sense of absolute bravery and stupidity. So,
Stupidity it is.
oh yes, I've always said if I wanted to die, I wanted to be memorable. Can't be much more memorable than 3 bloody fucking dragons.
While you're being a noble hero.
Well, if you take one down.
She shouts out, if any bards are listening, I want my name in history. It's Eva. Put it down.
Hey, hi. You have flying ability. You can help people escape above lava. You can do that.
Gravity controlling too, if we find rubble.
Yes,
Could be
exactly.
useful.
That
You're
would be-
wonderful! Alice, like, pinches Kai's cheeks and then goes back to strategizing.
Sighs and
Did
gives
Felix-
Emma like a look.
Did Felix go with the kid group, or is Felix trying to stay around?
The kid group is, like, the Kingmakers are all sticking together.
I would much prefer if the children evacuated as soon as possible, if someone broke off and went with them.
How close is a dragon?
I'm gonna look at Autumn.
Very.
probably
You saw it. It
also
was like a
looking-
block away.
Run! Run now, please!
As
Dragon,
this
Again,
happens,
block away!
there
Go,
is
go.
a low hissing sound. Goes, why, there's nowhere to run to anymore.
Please, cry.
That hisses out after you.
Alice is gonna lean back to Jane and be like, hey, just because I don't know how to defend myself, any chance I can borrow your sword again?
Actually, she'll look down at the angel wing. You said she's not a kingmaker, so can she wield you?
She is
She seems to be
make.
Okay. She hands you the angel's wing, yeah.
Can I use tip the scales?
And Angel's Wing says to you now, Alice, brings back memories. Slaying a dragon.
Ooh, really?
It's what
To
we were
hear that
made
story
for.
sometime. No way!
Can I use tip the scales, my new logos?
What are you trying to do here?
It's sort of like, I guess the equivalent would be bardic inspiration.
So change the game.
Yeah.
Translate your powers into in-game actions here.
I'm sorry. So
I know.
change the
Stressful
game.
situation.
So sort of like change the game.
Okay, what are you trying to accomplish with this?
So I see Alice take the sword, and I just sort of go, "Woofs!" More strength.
Yeah, and Eva will also raise a hand, and you won't get adrenaline rush again. Looks like that is her magic.
Okay.
Jane, that would be a great time to amp up our powers.
No.
Do you think anything like that would work against me? That's adorable. A voice hisses out from the shadows.
Are the other
I got strength from
citizens
Adalaie.
moving out
Mhm.
away?
And it's sort of, you get the feeling you're being examined. It doesn't look like the gold thief is with you. I have been given some of your descriptions.
The
Laughs,
what? The
kind of.
gold thief?
It laughs sort of gleefully.
It must be the red dragon's friend.
And a shadow rockets its forward at you, Emma. It doesn't hurt you, but it races around you. And just sort of sticks to you. It doesn't slow you down, it doesn't seem to be doing anything, it is just on you.
Oh, it's a tracker, isn't it?
Won't be getting away from me anytime soon.
Can Adalaie go down to the cellar?
You're all
You're
away
at
from
the
the house
house?
at this point.
Oh,
Yeah.
Away from the house.
Okay, I didn't
What?
know how far we were.
I mean, you could probably make it back if you wanted, but you'd be leading the group.
Yeah, never mind.
Alice would like to kind of step forward and just kind of be like, why are you doing this?
Reclaiming what was once ours.
And what is that?
The land?
The very land you stand on.
My point?
Sometimes, Adalaie, you're being very helpful, thank you.
Well, I just told you it was the land before he even spoke. Read a history book.
Things... Adalaie?
And also, you're all here. So that's a plus.
Oh, are you after the Kingmakers as well?
Not in that sense.
Did they slight you?
One of us. So I've been informed.
You want to get two?
Are you really... Do you... First of all, there's a lot of lives being lost, and there's
Oh
no way
no,
it's
a lot
worth it.
of human lives. Whatever will you do?
Okay, Alice, I know you're trying to help, but dragons don't really care. We've learned that.
Adalaie,
We tried
I am
talking to the first
this
one. And
close to stabbing you, and I don't do that.
We're crying out loud. If you're not
I
going to listen to me, listen to her.
Well, I would be able to. I guess I'd be willing to negotiate.
What
It's
are
no
your terms?
fun hunting prey that can't fight back.
What are your
Are
terms?
the citizens gone?
That's what Alice is doing right now.
Well,
She's stalling.
you'd all come with me, and I wouldn't kill everyone in this little town.
Deal. I want the
That
children
includes
to be
the
able to
kids.
leave.
You get the feeling, you can hear sort of sniffing.
They're Kingmakers too. They come.
But they are children. They have no impact on any negotiation, nor are they important to
Alice,
you.
roll me a take the risk.
Mental or
Are the
physical?
citizens already
Physical.
gone?
That's what Alice is doing right now. She's stalling.
I want to know if they're gone already or not.
I mean,
Yes.
yes. They've gone in the
Okay.
area. What'd you roll?
Okay. I rolled a 10.
You don't need to add anything. Go take the risk.
You're not gonna impose any weaknesses?
I mean, what are your relevant ones? I can't impose one unless you use a tag.
Okay. Okay, then never mind. I'm just gonna leave it alone.
Yeah,
Let's roll the 10.
Something races past you. You don't move, but it doesn't really look at this point like it was trying to hit you. But if you had been standing a little to the left, Emma, you kind of get a flashback to when you were impaled on a thing of ice. The spike of ice just forms from the ground.
Oh, I
This
don't
time
even
that's
flinch.
you.
Dead looking it in the eye.
You don't see it still.
Can I
I power pose.
please sort of see it?
Nope.
No?
It's pitch black in here. You can
Not
barely see
even
this.
the
You
scales?
can barely see each other. No.
I understand your terms, but the two youngest at the very least.
This is not a negotiation.
They can't keep up. We'll just slow you down. The two
We're
youngest
not really
at
in
the
a
very
position to
least.
negotiate.
It sort of leans forward, and you can see the hint of its eyes. A long black face with icy blue eyes leans in. Until it's like an inch from your face, Alice. And sort of
I don't move.
you up and down. And maneuvers slowly back into the shadows.
You will all come with me. You're already carrying them. Won't slow us down that much. Either that, or I kill everyone here, including the children.
You have yourself a deal.
What I
Alice looks in the direction of Adalaie. Don't do anything stupid.
Well, I
And
don't
starts
need
to
to. You
follow.
already did.
And it sort of leans forward until its body is visible, long and wrapping around you. Get on.
We get on the dragon, I guess.
I don't
Everyone?
trust this.
Everyone gets on the dragon?
I don't trust this.
I need verbal
No one cares,
confirmation.
Adalaie!
Jane?
Adalaie does not get on the dragon.
Oh my god.
She does not
Does
trust
Emma get on the
this.
dragon?
Yes.
Then Jane will get on the dragon.
Oh.
Dragon snarls at you, Adalaie. I said all of you.
Can I just walk along?
All of you. Now.
Fine.
Adalaie,
Yeah,
you're
dragon.
working hard.
And you
Still
are
don't
all
trust this.
you are all completely blinded. You can't see anything once you get on the dragon. Not even each other.
I would like to grab a hold of Felix because the other two kids aren't being held, right?
Mm-hmm.
I want to just kind of put my hand on Felix's shoulder.
Alice, if we die,
If you wish to blame death upon me, you can shove it up your ass, Adalaie.
you're the one who was dealing with dragons.
Better than running, and it's also got at least that small group of people out of here. Your cowardice is noted.
Like it hasn't been for the past month.
Felix sort of mutters lowly, like it's not trying to be heard, but you're sitting close enough to him, Alice, that you can hear him. Thought you wanted to die.
Alice just kind of whispers, that was a good one.
You can't see his facial expression. You can only just, like, vaguely see the vague impression of a Felix-shaped object a foot from you. But you think you're moving, but it's also really hard to tell. And suddenly the darkness breaks, and you are blinded by, like, blinding light from lava and fire. As you now get a full look of the dragon you're riding on. It is long, more like a Chinese dragon.
Ooh.
With black scales with sort of blue tinted.
Alice will like lean forward to Felix a little bit and be like, I know this is not the situation to say it, but this dragon is really pretty.
You can hear it rumble, like it kind of laughing like it heard you. And Felix kind of makes an expression that's trying not to laugh because it's just so ridiculous to say in such a life-threatening situation.
Are the others this pretty as well?
You can see the others
No.
now. One is a huge red dragon. Bigger, definitely, now that you're looking at it, than the last time you saw it.
Question. Which dragon did I see in the labyrinth? Was it the green one?
You've seen none of these before.
You saw a white
Hemisphere.
one.
Nope. Hemisphere was a dark blue dragon that
Oh.
looked like she was
okay,
made of the night
noted.
sky
Right. Pretty.
and looked like a regular dragon. These two, these three, this blackish blue one, the red one that looks more like a traditional dragon, the green one has a very long sort of neck that with a lot of spines on it that make it look very dangerous. The green
No, this
gets
is the
darker
prettier
as
one.
you go up it, so it makes a little shifting pattern as the green one moves.
How intact is the castle now?
Oh, it's still using it as a bridge. It's still fine.
Okay.
And you notice there are two other standing structures that haven't been damaged. One is the Paravel Castle, which is in the red zone where everything is on fire, so it's a little weird that it's not on fire. And the other, between the red and the green zone, is the bell tower.
As we're
Ring a
flying
bell.
closer and we're able to see all of this, Alice would like to reach into her backpack, pull out a Polaroid camera, click a photo, and
Oh
then
my
put the camera
God.
back as she's shaking the photo.
Felix is No, can't help himself. He started laughing. But in the hysterical way, because this is terrifying.
Alice, why?
Sorry, it's kind of my thing.
But you can now, the black dragon flies in front of Ilmastraf. Looks down at you all, looking, if it is even possible, much more powerful than when you last saw him.
This is the dragon you were talking about that was in the no-go zone, yeah?
Yeah,
Well.
the one we escaped.
What do we have here?
Oh, great. You pissed off another person.
No, this one was pissed off before.
You'll want to talk.
Hey, she's the one who pissed off the labyrinth. And this dragon.
How lovely to make your acquaintance again.
Yep.
He shifts his hand and the lava near him rises up and then hardens.
Is the table?
Baronel, leave them there.
Oh, shit.
And Farinell will rumble out.
To come with me, they certainly didn't want any of the civilians harmed. Are we honoring that?
No.
Ilmastraf actually looks considering.
Terra Centra!
He roars out and it lectures over the city.
Halt!
And the dragon stops and the storm suddenly silences.
Knew it.
Alice looks at them.
Certainly. We keep our deals. Put them down.
Puts her hand on her heart and says, "Thank you."
And he waves his wing and all the fire goes out. But Farinell lowers himself so you can all get off onto this platform.
Guess we get off onto the platform.
Well, yeah.
Everyone.
Begrudgingly, she does so.
And Farinell sort of backs off to where Terra Centra has flown a little forward to be nearer, so you are now surrounded on 3 sides by these giant dragons.
Oh, lovely.
Well,
Like a meal.
your crimes are harsh. Do you know what we do to thieves in our homeland?
Probably kill them.
Adalaie raises her hand.
The green dragon laughs.
Murder would be a mercy upon their souls.
Oh, lovely.
Adalaie raises her hand higher.
Yes, it's one.
We didn't steal anything. That was technically someone else who is currently inebriated.
Inebriated?
Ilmastraf laughs chokedly.
Do we look like we care?
No, not at all. I just thought I should correct you.
Learn from your mistakes.
Will do. At least I asked nicely. I'll shut up now.
Alice steps forward a little bit.
Yes.
Look, there are children, actual children who had nothing to do with this. Please let them leave.
And why would we do that?
They had nothing to do with any of this.
You
I
lost
didn't
your
even know. I don't even know
bargaining
dragons
trick.
existed.
You lost your bargaining trick the minute you all came here.
Told you.
And this is the green dragon talking?
Mm-hmm.
I ignore her and continue looking at the red dragon, who seems to be running the show.
The red one does seem to consider her words and sort of nods along to her. It looks less like there is one defined leader and more like they are a team.
I understand. We
This
put
isn't,
ourselves
this
in a
isn't Power
compromising.
Rangers. The red one is not the leader.
I hope we don't get copyrighted.
I understand that we forfeited any stance of power, but we did come willingly, and all I'm asking is that innocent children are allowed to leave. I don't even know the situation, and I'm willing to stand here and take whatever you decide to throw at me. But these
You're
are
not a
children.
Kingmaker.
You guys don't know that. The only one that's been shared with that is Jane.
Oh, right.
Wait, what was the thing that was been shared with me? Sorry.
That Alice isn't a
Alice is
Kingmaker.
not a Kingmaker.
Oh, yeah. And no one else knows either.
We'll stand for now until we decide on what we're doing with you. Who knows?
Well,
This
the
could
rest
end
of the-
amicably.
I wish for nothing more.
At this point, Farnell has sort of circled the city and comes back to rest. The Mostroff looks down at you all.
Well, you wish to negotiate with us? Speak your piece. Why shall we not take our revenge?
Alice looks to the others because she doesn't know what the fuck they want.
Adalaie shrugs.
Okay,
How were we supposed to...
you were robbed?
The highest of crimes among dragonkind.
Here's what
Centra
happened.
has his-
We accidentally ended up in Ilmostrov's lair underneath the city. I forget what the city is called.
Okay,
Okay.
but they were robbed not by one of you guys. I'm assuming by Catalina.
Not by
Yep.
It was
Yeah.
by Catalina.
Look, the person guilty of this is not even here right now. And we would gladly hand her over to you.
I just stated
Mhm.
that.
An argument we've already heard.
I understand.
You are culpable in her crimes.
How? I wasn't even there.
She's not really looking at you guys.
Because a dragon can sense its gold.
And looks at all of you. Catalina has given you
Oh.
portions of her gold in past.
Adalaie
Do we
dumps
have
her
any on
bag.
us? Do I have any
Yeah.
on me right now?
You all
Yeah.
probably do.
Adalaie dumps her bag and throws it
Yeah,
in front
Jane
of them.
dumps her bag.
Also, just all the gold back. You want it back?
Pitiful
Here.
moment.
The rest, I don't know where she put it.
I think she
I
buried
doubt
it.
that she took
Probably buried it.
that I can return anything close to the amount she took. But Alice starts digging through her bag and pulls out her chest and starts putting expensive jewelry on the ground. So like big fat
Mhm.
gems and lots of gold.
Where did you get all that?
I've been alive for a little while. I'm a collector.
Vintage stuff goes cheap.
I was also filthy rich back on Earth.
That
Mostroff
shit
sort
you
of-
totally had it
I
good.
do not want my gold back. I want vengeance for the crime of the theft and the indignance laid upon me.
As a party that wasn't there for the crime, I can hardly speak for the rest of the group.
I wasn't even in the area.
No, you weren't. You were.
I was in
nowhere near.
Solaris.
Yeah, you were in Solaris at the time.
Yeah. Well,
We got trapped in there. Ilmostrov wanted to take me as his pet,
no, he wanted you to free him.
and when I didn't do that, he wanted me as his pet. And we escaped. Barely.
So
And then
what would you
later-
see done to my companions?
They
Well,
want to just torture
as
us
we have
with
traveled, we have learned of quite a humiliating practice that works upon those of fey magic. And I'm
Oh,
quite
lovely.
adept at magic myself.
Please
Oh,
don't.
lovely.
Fitting revenge. That would be my suggestion.
Would that even work on us?
I think so. I'm assuming Athena is.
How are
pissed
the
off
dragons
right now.
feeling?
You feel it, like, focusing in on their emotions is so overpowering that it will send you unconscious.
Okay, then never mind.
Their emotions are too powerful to sense. They're just looming. If you try to grasp onto it, it's like trying to stare into the void.
Emma?
Yes.
I know we've had this talk before, but are we human, fae, or are we a mix of both? What are we?
We're human with fae magic.
Well, yes. But with the same...
We're human with fae magic. We're humans.
So would it be a mix of the two rituals?
Yeah.
And at this, Farinal sort of growls,
My suggestion would be to release them and hunt them down, one by one.
Ooh.
That wouldn't be
I
much of
have
a
heard
game.
both of your suggestion. You have proven you are good at running, like cowards.
Yep.
I looked Adalaie dead in the eye. I'm not surprised.
Yep, we ran halfway. Nope, we ran across the continent. We are very good at running.
Both of your suggestions are heard.
Looks at both of you.
My suggestion, I think, is easier, faster.
And he roars, and all of you take the status Dormant Loyalty 5.
God damn it.
Oh no, not this again.
And Terra Centra sort of laughs.
Well, I suppose if you're impatient, that's one way to do it.
You remember from Maddie's experience that if you move against Ilmastrov while this status is in effect, it will become active.
Oh,
And that is dangerous. So it kind of forces you into compliance without forcing you into compliance.
So, because I have mental-based powers, do I feel this presence?
You all feel this one. It's pretty
Okay.
obvious. Like, the power rippling off of them is very obvious.
Do you not have any new tricks?
Oh, don't say that.
Yes, taunting them is a fantastic idea.
Farinal.
the one who was...
Farinal yells.
She wasn't a part of your little revenge scheme, as she says. Can I have her? Tongue is insulting, and I want some bottom out of this. Take what you want. Perfect. You're my prey.
And the mark moves from UMF around to Adalaie.
Lovely.
We'll play more later.
And Terra Centra looks among them.
Well, I don't really feel the need to take a human slave among me.
She looks at all of you over.
But we'll see. Perhaps one of you will prove quality.
Oh boy.
And Ilmastrov laughs. And it is while these dragons are discussing your fate as if you are not even there anymore that a bell tolls.
The bell. Time of end.
Ding, ding, ding.
The end is here.
And we pull away. We pull away to a riot on the other side of the continent. Where Marcella tried not to be swept up in the crowd. There was screaming, crying, shouting, and everything in between. Someone broke a window and glass shattered. Someone set a fire and cursed into it as it spread. People were scared, and when people got scared, they got angry, indignant that maybe they wouldn't get their happily ever after. She scanned the crown. Someone had painted onto the walls of the nearby building, "They'll doom us all," another scrawled underneath it, "Hope is lost." A person was slumped beneath the wall. They wore a guard's uniform, but had no weapon. It was clear, even from here, that they were dead. Hope is lost indeed. She turned her head. The owner of a local tavern stood outside his flaming shop. This man was a border guard in his youth, a hardened veteran, and now he was crying, looking over the people he had served over the years, shout and destroy and kill and morph into unrecognizable animals, muttering why over and over again. Someone bumped into him and he turned and punched them and began to kick them as they fell, over and over again. Eyes wide. He had been caught, swept up in the crowd. The tattoo on her forearm burned. She had sworn to keep the peace, to protect without recognition, to save without thanks. She had given up everything, her friends, her family, her life, for that cause. She thought to the boss's one rule: do not kill. You're skilled enough, I remembered him saying, to incapacitate if you must fight. You cannot fight for peace. It's antithetical to everything peace is. She used to believe that. A flash of black and white caught her eyes. There, she had spotted her prey. A monochrome face among the shadows, youthful features glimmering. She readied a knife and walked forward. She wouldn't let them get away. And with that, episode 57 of Kingmakers, Break, comes to a close. I've been your MC, and we will see you all next time.